Hello, listeners. Welcome to the second session on building analytics team. Let me welcome back our distinguished guest, John Thompson, who is the expert in this area. John Thompson brings 30 plus years of stellar experience in BI and advanced analytics. Currently, John is responsible for the global advanced analytics and AI team and efforts at CSL Behring. Prior to CSL, John was the executive partner at Gartner, and prior to that, he was responsible for the advanced analytics business unit of the Dell Software Group. He's the author of new book. If you have not read it, please do. The book is called Analytics Teams: Harnessing Analytics and Artificial Intelligence for Business Improvement. The book was published in June 2020 and outlines how to hire and manage high performance advanced analytics teams. John is also a co-author of the best-selling book, Analytics: How to Win with Intelligence, which debuted on Amazon as the #1 new book in analytics in 2017. Welcome back, John. We are picking up where we left last time. Just to remind you, we covered the history of analytics team, how to build the analytics team, what are the skills and processes to make the team successful, and how they engage with other teams. Now let's continue with the second part. How do we operationalize analytics and create value, business value?
Great to be with you. Thanks for inviting me.
So John, so we talked about how analytics team work with other teams. So how should they, when they're working with especially executives of other functional areas, how should they manage their expectation? Because various executives will be at different levels of maturity in data analytics, and they will have different set of expectations. So how does the analytics team manage that?
It's a great question, and it's one that's very important to the success of the analytics team. You really want the executive level, the C-level executives and executive vice presidents, senior vice presidents, and whatever levels you have in your organization to understand exactly what's going to happen, how long it's going to take, what it's going to cost, what's going to be delivered. Because if you don't deliver, if your team does not deliver, then you probably won't get the budgetary support and the air cover that you need for your future projects. So what we work on, we did this in my current team. We had an exercise. I did this on purpose, where I had a couple of my data scientists who were going to be making presentations to executive, I think senior vice presidents at the time, and I let them build the presentations themselves. And I said, okay, we're going to review it before you go give these presentations to the executives, and we'll see how you do and what you have. And generally what they ended up doing is what we all do. They built a presentation that extolled how hard they worked, what kind of math they used, what kind of data was employed, and it really showed how smart they were. And we got done, and I asked each of them, they both did their presentations, and I said, who do you think that presentation was for? And they were smart enough to go, yeah, it was for me and this team, wasn't it? And I'm like, yes, it was. And you are impressive. You are probably the smartest people we've ever met. But an executive isn't interested. So after they got that out of the way, we talked about it and said, look, you need to talk about what is the timing? What is the business value? How much is this going to cost? When is it going to get done? And what's the impact it's going to have on the business? They went back, they built new presentations, they got in front of the executives, and the executives called me after each of the meetings and just said, wow, those guys are great. And those guys and gals, because it was one guy and one woman. And they said, those are fantastic. They understand exactly how to talk to us. And I'm like, there you go. So
That's good. That's good. That's generally tends to be the one that, not talking in their language.
Yes.
That's the worst way to manage their expectation, of course.